Hey everybody, Grimcat here, and we are back for another game, a new game to the channel, one we've never played before, Dungeons of Dredmor. Now, Dungeons of Dredmor is an oldish, I think it came out in 2010 or 11 or so, roguelike game, in the truest sense of the form, if you want it to be. We'll get into it. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to skip past this title screen, because for some reason the music is incredibly loud on this title screen. Once we get into the game, it won't be anywhere near so loud, but I feel as if it's drowning me out right now. So, we're going to do a new game. We are going to going rogue, which is the highest difficulty level. We are not turning permadeath on because we are playing this modded, all out to hell, and it can occasionally be not the stablest game in the world, so we might have to reload some of our saves and stuff if things crash. I won't be restarting characters that die though. We're going to put no time to grind on, which is smaller floors but the same experience. Makes it a little bit harder, but it also helps it go a little bit quicker. And we are doing the Realm of the Diggle Gods, which is 15 dungeon levels as opposed to, you know, the 10 or so that there were. I forget. We're gonna done. Now, this is the meat and potatoes, the exciting and sometimes funny part of Dungeons and Dredmors. It is choosing your skills. Now, there are simple skills that you might find in any game, like swords, daggers, axes, yada yada yada, dual wielding, but then there are some interesting ones as well. Artful Dodger, Vampirism, Golemancy, you create golems, Flesh Smithing, which if you look down the bottom, other men work in clay, steel or wood. We call them squeamish. Mathmancy, Psionics, Necronomicomics, Viking Wizardry, Astrology, Promethean Magic, Magic Training, Blood Mage, Laywalker, Perception, Burglary, Assassination, Fungal Arts, Alchemy, Wand Lore, Archaeology, Smithing, Tinkering, Big Game Hunter, Emomancy, Were-Diggle Curse, Killer Vegan, Piracy, Demonologist, Clockwork Knight, Rogue Scientist, Battle Geology, Warlockery, Bankster, Communist, Egyptian Magic, Magical Law, Paranormal Investigator, and Tourist. Possibly Ace Attorney, but I can't remember. Those are the original ones in the base games with the 3 expansions. One of the 3 expansions being free. And this is how many there are with the mods that I've added, which are mostly skills, but a lot of other things too. We'll briefly go over them as well. They're not all balanced. Most of what I've chosen here is pretty balanced, so it's not going to be too bad for our game. There's no cheats or no game breaking, anything like that. Shh. But there's Shadow Disciple, there's Bowie-mancy, which, interesting enough, was created long before the actual death of David Bowie. Caffeinated Dodger, Barrier Maiden, Qui-Gon, Bushido, Kung Fu, Gangnam Style, Poisoner, Silver Tongue, Ninjutsu, Drunken Boxing, Wild Magic, Archmage, Degree in Dungeoneering, Blink Mage, Cooliomancy, Death Knight, Molluskology, Lunar Heritage, Laser Surgery, Knight of Sinishire, Galactic Hitchhiker, Galactic Bee Herder, Force Space, Drama Queen, Electromancy, Druid Magic, and on and on. I don't think I'm going to read them all out. This first character, we are not going to, or should we random? No, this first character we're not going to random. I've picked out, this is not what I picked out. Where is it? Well, except for that, that's... So, we are warrior training, sweet tooth, battle geology, flesh smithing, berserker rage, and dual wielding. We're going for a very melee dependent build on this first character to show off, because it tends to be easier, lets me talk about things. There's a lot of things to point out. This is a huge culture referencing game. Lots of jabs, pokes, jives, all sorts of things for, you know, the 2011 area. Now, I like to name my characters. We can be either male or female with the first thing that I look at on the screen. So we are going to be Candle. And in ages long past, great heroes bound the Dark Lord. Dredmor in the depths of the earth that his evil would never trouble the land. Nevermore. Alas, the foul lich Dredmor proved most devious and patient, for he has loosened his magical bonds, slowly freeing himself to spread his evil in the world of light. He must be stopped. Again. Once more it is time of adventure, of glory. It is time for a hero. Unfortunately, this hero is you. You have been summoned by the king to prove yourself, to save the land and its people, to join the legend in victory over the dungeons of Dredmor. And that's our story. That's all the story we get. So, there it is. Now, there's an annoying transition right here. Hopefully I'm not losing you. There are a couple of annoying transitions and brief freezes and things of that nature. Hopefully I don't lose the recording through it, but if we do, we do. So, up at the top has pertinent information that comes in. Welcome to the Dungeons of Dredmor. We have discovered the undone forecastle of Rudders. Every little area or so has a name to it. It's just the way it is. So, we're going to bring up I, which is our inventory. Nice little bag. This is our mini-map. It's as big as it gets. We're going to hit C to take a quick look at our character. We are Candle. We are resistant to piercing 1. We have an eccentric top hat, an iron breastplate, and clogs right now. No weapon, which is super unfortunate, but I guess it happens. We have a whole slew of stats right here. We have main stats, which is burliness, sagacity, nimbleness, cattishness, savvy, and stubbornness. We also have life, mana, and then regeneration for each. And past that, we have melee power, armor absorption, trap sight radius, critical chance, block chance, trap affinity, counter chance, dodge chance, wand crafting, magic power, enemy dodge reduction, smithing level, haywire chance, sneakiness, magic resistance, visual sight radiance, and alchemy and tinkering level. Okay. The things that we're looking for are burliness and nimbleness, really. Stubbornness can be pretty good as well, but burliness and nimbleness affect critical chance. Although, to be honest, we're actually not really looking anything for nimbleness due to one of our skills, which we'll take a look at in a minute. Our melee attack, we do +2 damage with our kick due to melee power that directly translates to how much extra damage you do. Armor absorption, you know, each point removes 1 point of mundane damage, like crushing, slashing, blasting, anything that could really be defined as physical, and, you know, block's kind of the same thing. So let's take a look at our skills, just a brief overview, and we can read some of the interesting things about them, and then we'll hop into it. We have dual wielding. The first level allows us to effectively use 2 weapons at once. We'll just look at the first levels. We'll look at the skills as we level up, I think. Berserker Rage, which there's a chance that we become really angry and increases our ability. A Master of Arms gives us Thick Skin, which gives us 5 health and 6 blocking. Very nice. Flesh Shaping, which is the flesh smithing. Level 1 gives us Zombification, which we can create a zombie. It also gives us 1 point of health. Battle Geology gives us Plutonic Fist and 2 block. And that's actually a spell that we'll be casting on us. Sweet Tooth gives us Sweet Find. We often find new exotic flavors by occasion while tearing an enemy apart. Interesting. And Warrior Training gives us Stretches. It also gives us 2 of the Nimbleness and 2 Critical, which doesn't really matter, but you know, whatever. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Plutonic Fist, which we can at will transform the hand/noodly appendage of a creature, including yourself, if so inclined, into stone. And it improves melee power, so we will be casting us on it. Gives us a buff of Plutonic Fist. Gives us 5 melee, but minus 70 crit chance and minus 35 counter chance. But now we're doing 7 hit in a hit, as it were. We're gonna pick up some softballs. Softballs are a throwing weapon. They do 1 crushing type damage. And I'm also going to move my inventory around just a teensy tiny bit. I'm going to drop all my booze. Booze is important for mana regeneration. Food is important for health regeneration. And that's it. We have discovered the Calico Dining Room. Pick up some potatoes. Open a chest. Blue cheese we'll pick up. Water I don't care about. Don't care about that. A nightcap I might as well pick up. Ooh, a yellow gummy diggle. That's nice. And our first enemy is a gnome, a tiny elderly man in an enormous hat. This monster is trying to kill you. It is a demon. It is an attack monster, and it shows us its HP right there, which is pretty nice. So we're just gonna kick this gnome down. We did a crit. We can also see, if you look up at the top, what kind of damage we're doing and what kind of damage is coming back to us. So this Electro Blobby, if you thought this was just a regular blob of animated slime, then you're in for a shock. This monster is trying to kill you. It is dealing voltaic damage to us, and we're doing crushing damage back to it. Hooray! We really need to get a weapon. That's not a weapon. We'll hold on to that, because we'll probably need to sell it. An evil magic potato. A giant, floating, root-flapping, eye-encrusted demonic potato. The horror. This monster is trying to kill you. Now, we procced our Berserker Rage on that one, and it gives us, what, 1 might, 1 damage, 1 armor absorption, and 1 cattishness? Yeah. So it procs and then it makes us a little bit stronger. It lasts for 6 turns. We can see there's 1 like right behind it. So there's actually 2 stacks of it on us right now. You got a Doom Ray. Can completely disintegrate an opponent in under 3 days. A white gummy diggle. We'll put that right there. Another Eclair. Here is an artifact. Anything that has a name is called an artifact. typically it's better than the non-artifact version. You don't have to worry about identifying or anything like that, but this is Hainong, the ambassador of constitutions. It gives us slashing resistance, we can see 2 right here, and it gives us 1 savvy, which is okay, not really what we're looking for, but if it happens. We've picked up an infernal wand. A lot of these things you don't know what they do until you use them. We've picked up a Cat o' Nine Tails. Used by sea captains to punish undisciplined crew, this weapon is feared by all but the most depraved sentient creatures, which does a ton of damage. It does what, 4, that's crushing, 2 slashing. You can kind of see the quality of the weapon by the amount of stars it has. Getting a 3-star weapon on the first dungeon is pretty big. Lockpicks, pick them up. This is Lost Wizard Keys. Dimensional key bears a mysterious legend, property of Bowie. Highly desirable dinner guest. Missing, presumed undead. Rates unreasonable. And that puts us into a pocket dimension where we can store stuff that we want. I don't really care about that. We'll pick up the fresh steaks. Bookshelves. Bookshelves give you secret recipes. We are not really worrying about secret recipes because we do almost no crafting. Or rather, we do no crafting unless we find an item which enables us to craft. So, there you go. Just going to put some of my food in this corner right here. Sort of my sell items right here. Lockpicks, they'll get used up pretty soon. Here's a statue of Dredmor. If we break it, we get experience, and we level it up. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. And we get to increase one of our things to the next level. I do not know what I want to learn. I think I'm gonna learn Knit Tissue. It's a spell. It's our only actual magic line we have, but it gives us regeneration for a little while. This is a French-Canadian toast. One thing about the mods I feel as if I should point out after picking up that French-Canadian toast is not all the artwork is the same quality, but you know, what can you do? Anytime we see sort of a little indentation like that, it's a trap, so we want to try to avoid that. Anything we see like this, a satanic displacement glyph, is a teleporter. We're going to try to avoid those just for comfort of life ease. This is a blob of animated slime from an adventurer's armpit, possibly. Now we're doing good damage. We just did 13 damage since we picked up a thing, and it's dropped an acid pool below us, so we're gonna move. We proc our Berserker Rage. At the end, and an aged steak.
Heroic vandalism.
Oh, here's our experience right down here. It's a tiny bit hard to see. I'm not really worrying about casting the zombification. That's not why we're really going into this particular tree. We're going into it for the healing. The magical healing, because it's something that our character lacks. We'll go ahead and pick up the special recipes anyways, because they're interesting to look at. There's several hundred of them in the game, and then of course it's modded, so there's only more. We're gonna go ahead and start throwing our baseballs at these things. This is an Amazonian bumblebee person. Contrary to popular belief, not all Amazonian bumblebee people are women. It's just that male bumblebee The male bee people are also exceedingly pretty with very long hair. Yeah, the only reason I really picked up the softballs was because we did not have a weapon at all at first. Okay, now this one is peaceful and not attacking you at the moment. Well, we can't stand for that, so we'll kill it. Level up, we're now a meddling kid. And I think I want to make a beat line to Meat Shield. Yeah, although I don't know if we'll be able to sustain it. But Flesh Boar. Flesh Boar is actually an attack spell, so that can come into usefulness, but we won't use it too much. Here's an artifact pair of shoes, armor shoes, in the middle that we can't get naturally. Oh, it's a common cave raven? Raven. Said they like to rap at doors, but you're skeptical this one could manage a decent rhythm. Dwarven Atom Smasher. Industrial Wand Cleaner. And a halberd. Which is pretty simple. Okay. So, more new things in this screen. A book, make a wish and pull the lever. We already picked one up if we... No, we haven't actually picked up one of those. A wooden sword, we'll go ahead and equip that. We can do so without penalty because of one of our skills. Fountains we can drink from. Almost always good things happen from fountains. Your mind overflows with dark thoughts. Now that gives us a buff called a Dire Empowerment, which gives us 1 necrotic damage, the resistance to 1, 1 of the melee power, whatever it's called, and 2, whoops, I walked right onto that one, an anti-magic field. Oh, so we got that twice, which doesn't actually count. Pull the lever, and I don't actually know what this stuff is. We'll pick it up because why not? Oh, and the trap caused us to light on fire, so that was unfortunate. A monster zoom! Occasionally you'll get into rooms filled entirely with monsters. They're both good and bad, because that's a lot of experience in one little bit. It's bad because, well, it's a ton of monsters. Generally, the rooms are much bigger than that. When you kill everything, you get an item. And generally, it's pretty good. Oh, that was a bad... Oh, here's a Diggle. It's a strange little bird thing that tunnels through walls with its odd, rubbery, nasal appliance. This monster is trying to kill you. Diggles are sort of the... pet of the game. There's all sorts of Diggles. Everything refers to Diggles in some way. Not everything, of course, but lots of things refer to Diggles. And they're interesting. There's a sickly Diggle. It says Digital. Has some kind of disease. It's peaceful. It doesn't matter to us. It burns just the same. Oh, and it's a bat. It flaps. It has teeth. And we got Kryrob, the Mockery of Caves, which is a nice helmet. Gives us -3 magical power, which we don't really care about. Gives us 4 armor absorption, 1 magic resist, and -1 mana regeneration. So, I'm thinking that Meat Shield, not the thing we're going to want to spec into just yet, because maybe we will. Maybe even still, so I can show it off. The strategy for taking out this game is doing your due diligence and clearing out floors. Because if you do not clear floors, even if you feel like you're over-leveled for the floor, when you get to the next floor you will be under-leveled. Now, there is a shining halo around this Amazonian bumblebee person. That means it's a unique. This one is B. Arthur. She's a heroine among the Bumblebee people with a long and distinguished career. They give more experience, they occasionally drop items. Bigger, badder, better in every single way. With punishment. That's a debuff we're stacking on it, but I'm not sure from what. Nor, to be perfectly honest, am I sure what it does. Dropped a potion, which replenishes life and health, so that's pretty nice. We'll go top. When we step on that, it's a trap. This is Siegfried. He's trapped in Diggle form. He wanders the dungeons looking for revenge. We're going to go ahead and eat one of our gummy Diggles. We're going to eat a green one. It restores 15 health, which health is a regeneration type thing, or rather an overtime type deal. So over these 15 turns, we'll gain 1 health back per turn. We have a couple of things on us right now. We are well stretched. That's from one of our skills. Gives us a couple of things that don't actually matter because of our battle geology. We have a Shroud of Darkness that happens from stepping on that tile and activating this trap. But we are exalted with acid. We have chosen to side with dissolving energies for a while, and as such can harness it and defeat its opponents. What that gives us is 2 acid damage into something or other resist? Transmutive resist. So it makes us a bit stronger. That's what happened when we ate the gummy Diggle. This Raven is just dodging all around us. And we'll go ahead and take out Siegfried. We are going to do the meat shield to see how long we can actually keep it up. Costs 5 mana to cast, and it gives us a buff. Meat shield. When the flesh grows weak, grow more flesh. This spell strengthens your body and your life force. Requires some mana for upkeep, will be torn off if you take too many hits. Gives us, let's see, that's blasting resistance, crushing, slashing. Gives us 3 burliness, 10 health, and 3 life regeneration. So I'm regenerating a life point every 10 rounds right now. And let's keep a look at our mana. See how quickly our mana drains. Whoops. Okay, looks like we can actually keep it on there. Every 8 turns, it's going to pull some mana from us for upkeep. I think it's just 1. It certainly appears to just be 1. But, and after, it was 10 originally, but after 10 hits it goes away forever and we have to recast it on us. So that's that. But it makes us more survivable and stronger. I did not see that trap at all. Oh well. These are strong iron caltrops. You can use the mouse too also, although for some reason it weirds out occasionally. I don't really like using the mouse. Those are enraged Diggles. Those are a little bit stronger than everyday Diggles, so we're going to eat some cheese. Pull this lever and hope it opened the gate, and it did. And we're going to wait. Diggles can't get to us because of that barrel. We're going to wait right here, take out the Diggles one by one. And that was mainly for the experience. And I walked over another trap. Here's a double XL sized bag of ultra sugared throat shatterers. Sweet Mother of Mary, you're not going to eat all this, are you? This is enough to get you diabetes 2 times over. It's actually a potion. I think it heals us but causes a debuff, which is pretty funny. There's an eye patch right there. Can't do it. Oh! Time for the first episode is up, so we will stop right now. Ooh, with the Samdi, which is our first undead enemy. Hope you like this first episode. I can't talk today. Goodness. Nothing unusual there. Of the Dungeons of Dredmor. I'm going to be bringing it back. We're going to do a couple of characters. I really like this game. I finally figured out how to record it. It was actually pretty easy once I searched for it, but regardless. Thank you for joining me for the first episode. Thank you for watching. We're going to go ahead and make a save right here. Save and continue, although I probably just use save and quit. If you enjoyed the video, please like, please comment if you'd like to see certain things, subscribe if you're enjoying the content I'm putting out. Every little bit helps. Thank you very much. Hope you have a great day, and peace out.